Hello everybody and welcome back. I am here to work on my LineDotArrow design team project. This video is not going to be particularly long. As you can probably hear, I have an extremely sore throat, so I'm certainly not going to be able to talk very much. So this will be a shorter video, but I did want to work some more on this. As I said in my last video, I have done a little bit off of camera, so I just want to kind of show you those bits first. So I started going through some of the larger pieces of ephemera. There's lots of tags and stuff in here, and I have got some decorating still to do. But we have a pocket here that I've kind of added different butterflies to. I've got this tag that has this gorgeous sort of faded floral pattern in the background, and I just picked a couple of the birds labels to put on there. This blue one just has a little bird label down at the bottom. I have just noticed actually that my Cricut didn't cut out the circle, so I'm just going to quickly do that now. So that's that one, and again I've just popped a little bird at the bottom of that one. This one I've just popped a couple of the owl stamps on. This one again an owl and a picture of a bird, and then I used the word birds. I did cut around it because it did have this kind of a frame, and I just thought it looked a little bit odd having the same kind of frame, so I did kind of cut around the word a little bit. Then we've got, I really love this tag actually. I've layered it up with different owl images, so I've got a stamp, a little fussy cut, and then I've used the word owl as well. So that's that one. And then on this butterfly tag, which is very similar to the tall one that I've got here, it does come as a set. And that one's going to go with this one because again I thought it kind of goes then because we've got all butterflies. On this one I've just added the butterfly there, and I haven't stuck down the wing, so we can kind of push them up a little bit. And I did add to this one a little butterfly down in that ringed shape there. So if I show you what I've done to the pages, so in the last video you would have seen me do this page and then these two. So I made this tag which I layered up and then added some of this eyelash trim too. I really love this, and I love the kind of little foxes' faces peeking out from that pocket. I did with my kind of embossing label maker, my cheap one, do the word fox, so that I've just got a little word there. I haven't filled any of the pockets yet because I'm playing around with the pages first, and then whatever ephemera I have left in the kit, I will either print some more if I need some more, or just put whatever's left into these pockets. So I have left them blank. On the other side of that, so you haven't seen this part, this was one of the dies from one of the sets. So I just made this into kind of an opening, so it's got the window. I haven't put any acetate or anything in. That is an option if you have a similar die, but it is stuck down, and then inside I've just got some little sort of scraps of paper, and then I've got this little fox stamp on there as well. But I just thought that went really, really well. So that wraps around there. Now I did use a teeny tiny circle punch for this one. Normally when I do these policy closures I use a 1-inch circle punch, but for this one I use this one which is 5/8 of an inch, and that created that little one there. On this page, because we had those wolves and I really liked those, and I kind of saved these as a set, I thought that these would look really, really cute together. So I've made a belly band, but then because of the wolves I just kind of got boho vibes, so I kind of, a bit like a dream catcher has bits hanging down off of the bottom of a dream catcher. I've just punched some holes along the bottom and then just put random bits of either string or eyelash trim at the bottom. And then the idea is that then behind that I can slot something, and then it's my belly band. But yeah, that's that page. On this page, I really loved this girl's face. I really loved this floral background, so I didn't want to cover it up too much. But I thought she went really, really nice. The colours went really well. I've got you and me because obviously it's her and her cat. But I've just made that into a side tuck. I haven't got anything in there as yet. Again, like I said, I'll kind of play around with whatever ephemera I have left towards the end to kind of fill the pockets. And then on here I've just made a little cluster with some of the smaller fussy cut pieces, and that's that pocket. Then on the other side I had this blue strip, which again I really liked. I was thinking of making a kind of paper scrappy and having notepad paper behind, but then I thought actually that's a really nice, again, pocket size. So I've glued it down on all three sides, and again you've now got a space for a pocket on the back. So that leaves me with one base page, a pocket page, and then we have what would then be the last page of this particular seasonal booklet. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to decorate the last page, but I certainly want to get this page and the pocket page done. So for this one, obviously I've got all of these bits here. So because this is a lighter page, I was thinking this looks really lovely because again you've got the oranges here, go really nice with the paper. So I was thinking this butterfly pocket will look really nice here. Again, you've got the dark blue stamp, goes really nice with this as well. So I'm just going to fold up the edges of this pocket, and that's going to be put onto that page. Now at first I was thinking, because I've kind of started on a bird theme, of then having owls next. But as I said, I just think this goes really nicely, and again it kind of links with the page that's opposite because we've got the dark blue on both of them. So I'm just going to glue this pocket down. And again, with these butterflies on the pockets, I haven't completely stuck their wings down, so I can kind of pull them up a little bit just for a bit more of a 3D effect. That's the nicer thing about having a binder, is that it does allow for a little bit of bulk. Obviously, when you have a journal, it can put pressure on the spine, can't it, if you make things too bulky. But that's quite nice about a ring bound one like this. And then I was going to have my butterfly tag in that pocket like that, and that will be that page. Okay, so that one was nice and quick and easy. So let's have a think what we are going to do on this one. Now I do have a few pieces here, so let's have a look. We've got these beautiful ladies, and I really like, again, the flowers. We've got the kind of reds and the oranges in the leaves behind the flowers. This lady, she's got the oranges and reds in her hat, or it looks like actually she's got a kind of like a bandana kind of fabric wrapped around her head. But those tones match quite nice. I do love that bingo card, but I think that's probably going to go in a pocket. And I really love this. I need to think how I'm going to use those as well. So let's have a think. See, I have got in the die set the die that kind of punches the 3 holes, so I could have this as kind of a separate piece of journaling, almost like its own little page. I think this one's probably just too narrow. I mean, it will punch the holes, but I think these two will be too near the edge. I could try and do it just so that it gets the middle 2, so just so it's got 2 holes. I could try that. And then we've got those flipping out as well. And then I need to think about what I want to do here. So I'm quite tempted to cut this out so I've got a window. But then do I want a belly band again? Or a tuck spot? Sorry, clearing my throat. Let's have a look at these, because I've got different sizes as well, actually. I've got these as well. Which is why I'm kind of thinking a bit like where you have a layered tag. Do I then layer them up and then I could have different images and things on them? I think I might do that. So I'm going to put that to the side. That's what I'm going to do with that one, I think. Now we have got this. So this might be quite nice, because again, I'm trying to link it to the two sort of pages. Obviously I've got lots of birds here. I've got that bird. So maybe that's how we'll link it then. Okay, so I could have this one on the page. And I might make this a scrappy so that it has paper then, note paper on the back. We can then have our two ladies, as we said, kind of like as an extra journaling spot. And then we can use these within this pocket. And then obviously just decorate down here. I mean, we've got another fox, but maybe the florals, because then it goes with the florals of the lady's hair. So I'm thinking that's possibly where I'm going to go. And then maybe a word. So we've got a few buttons here, but I think they might go on the tags. I mean, that's quite nice. Again, the colours go nicely with the kind of colours of the backgrounds of these pictures. What have we got? So we've got the word blue. I've got the word nature. What else have we got? Got a little stamp. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so we've got a deer. What else have we got? So we've got winter, whisper, and love. So looking at these, I'm thinking either whisper or love. I think I might go with love, actually. Just because you've got the love of the animal here. And I don't know, these could be ladies in love, couldn't they? Yeah, we'll go with those. So that's the word I'm going to have there. So what we're going to do then is I'm going to quickly just go and grab some paper to do the scrappy for this. And I'm just going to punch the holes so that obviously we've got these going round on the spirals as well. But this one, like I said, I will just do 2 holes, not 3. So I'm just going to whiz away and do those, and then I'll be back. Right, okay, so I've got my tea stained paper here, which I'm going to trim down. I've got the holes punched in this, so we now have 2 in one and then 3 in the other. So what I'm going to do is just move this out of the way a moment. And then bring this in, because obviously I want my scrappy to be not quite the width of this. I want it to be in a little bit. I'm just going to make a little mark roughly where I want it. And then I'm just going to tear down. And I'm going to repeat. So I'm just going to line that up-ish. Again, does not have to be exact. Okay, and then maybe one more. Okay, so now that we've got these, I'm just going to think how they're going to be layered. So I'm just going to kind of fold it along the top until we kind of get to the arch here. And then this one I'm going to bring up a little bit higher. And that one's going to go there. And again, one more, a little bit higher. And then that in there. so that when these all go together, hopefully it kind of staggers a little bit. Okay, so a bit like that. All I'm going to do is, just so that it's reasonably interesting, I am going to round the corners down here, and then I'm going to ink, and I'm going to ink alternate layers. So the top bit, for example, might be blue, then I might have the rusty hinge, then blue, rusty hinge, etc. So like I said, I'm going to round the corners first. So let's see if I just open them all up, bring them all together for a second, just because it's quicker and easier. And then around the corners, let's go with a 7. That's why I decided to bunch them together, because this punch is great for cardboard, but for paper it doesn't always like to punch them together. Okay, so we've got some rounded edges. Right, so then I said I was going to ink them. So I've got my Salty Ocean and Rusty Hinge. Not going to mix up the inks this time. So I'm going to start with the top one. That's it. So that's how the scrappy looks. So I'm just going to put the lid back on these before I end up getting ink somewhere. I'm going to ink around this one with the Rusty Hinge. Okay, and then again, I'm just going to kind of line up along the back. And I'm going to staple. So just 2 staples. And then that's my scrappy pad. Okay, so we've got all the different layers and then the tag on top. Okay, so if we bring this back in, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add glue along this top piece here, and then just the very top of that scrappy there, because this is pale enough you could write on this as well. So I'm just going to add, like I said, a little bit there, and then the very top of here. And I'm just going to hold that in place for a moment to let that dry. This glue is quite nice, got a very quick, fast grab. Okay, then we're going to add these in. As I've said before, I don't mind the white on the back, so I'm not going to do anything with those. So we're just going to open that up. We can have the girl there, and then this one there. Okay, and then the idea is that they just flap over, so you can do some journaling and then flick them over. Right, so on this pocket page we had these bits, didn't we? So I do obviously really like the flowers, I like those. I'm just deciding whether I want the little deer or if I want the kind of foliage. I think I like the deer actually, so I'm going to go with the deer. So let's just think about the arrangement. So we've got flowers, Or is it too much having the deer? Is that too many layers? You're not really going to see him, are you? Okay, I think I'll leave it like that then. We'll leave the deer for something else. Okay, so I'm going to glue these down. As always though, we like a little bit of cheesecloth in the background. It just kind of helps break it up and make the flowers stand out as well. I just think all of these little cutout pieces are just absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we have the word love. Okay, so there is our pocket page, and then flipping over I just need something else to go here, and I think that's possibly, I might just have these sort of dangling and then they can kind of hinge round. I don't know, I can't decide. I think it might be nice actually if they kind of hinge. So I do want to kind of add some decoration to them first. Right, okay, so I've just grabbed myself some washi stickers. I have lots and lots of washi stickers, so I just thought this might be a nice way to kind of use some of them up. This one I'm actually going to cut in half because this is quite a big one. So I'm thinking I can just use half of that, and then I can use the other half somewhere else maybe. So I'm going to put that in the little ephemera box. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to put in that jar. So we've got a butterfly. Okay, then I've got some greenery and some roses. So yeah, I'm thinking the roses will look better on here, won't they? I'm actually not sure that this is a sticker. I think this might be vellum. That's a sticker. I think that's just vellum. Okay, let's stick that down. Yeah. So let's just see how this is going on. So it's going to go on about there. So I don't need that back end. Now apparently this glue is great for vellum because it dries clear and you don't see it. So we're about to put that to the test and see if that's right. So you may see it now, but apparently when it dries you don't see any of the glue. Although actually, even now that I'm sticking it down, I can't see the glue on there. So that's really good. And we don't need that little bit. Okay, so that's that one. Right, and then the last one. Goes up there, and I think I might have to use my deer in this one. because it's so cute. So he's going to go on there as well. Okay, so now I just want to hinge them all together. So again, I'm going to use another split pin and maybe have some of this on there as well. So I am just going to use a small little gold one. I'm just going to try and line them up so they're roughly in the middle of each other. Like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to draw a little circle here where that's punched. And just making sure that I'm not punching through anything I shouldn't be. Okay, I'm now going to attach this to this. Okay, so we have the split pin. We're now able to kind of slide them out from one another. So not necessarily a journaling space, but it's just, I guess, a nice little feature that you can kind of twist and turn these. On the other side, obviously, we do have the split pin. I don't think it looks that hideous. It's not like it's stands out far too much. I may decide to cover it up. I didn't on the last one, actually. Because on this one, to make the split pin for here, I didn't cover it up and you can't barely notice it. So I think I'll see when I start putting tags in. If the tags keep getting caught to the split pins, then I might change it. But for now, I think I'm going to keep it as it is. So yeah, they're my last couple of pages. Now I do have one to go. I'm going to have a little think about this page and decide what I want to do with that. I obviously still have quite a few tags left. I've got a few little fussy cuts, so I think I'll have a play around with this last page, but as I said, this video is just going to be a shorter one, just to kind of save my voice a little bit really. But yeah, I will be back again for a final video where you'll either see me finish this last page, or it will just be a flip through where again I just show you everything and with all the tags and bits in all of the pockets. Well, thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope you found a little bit of inspiration here. I am really loving these planner style dies. As I said before, it's even more fabulous that I can decorate them with Natalie's beautiful kits. I really love how this one is coming together. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Thanks, bye for now.